Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Spartans
Not Live.
That's right. It's these two guys again. And guess what, Mr. Parasino? Apparently, we're becoming a bigger hit. We got 177 subscribers.
That's fantastic. We probably got around that same number of people in our Google Classroom as well.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. We're glad, as much as we kind of kid around back and forth, we do want to make sure that we have a sense of community, that you guys are still connected. We're not nearly as good as our students who do Spartans Live on a daily basis, but hey, we're trying our best. So just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Mr. Parasino, I see you got a new background there.
Yeah, just a quick little shout out to all our science teachers there. A little something that from a gentleman on ESPN that I show I like to watch. I see you got a nice background there as well.
I tell you, it's not just a background to me. These are words for life. I got to tell you. And on top of that, I want you to notice one thing. To get this big forehead to kind of splice in nicely to my background, it took my production department quite a long time today to make sure that we could splice this in so it looks this good. So that all said, we got some birthdays today, Mr. Parasino. We got.
Go ahead, shout them out.
It's your birthday, yes, it is your birthday. It's your birthday, yes, it is your birthday. It's your birthday, yes, it is your birthday. We are super psyched.
Happy birthday to those three. Well, today is a C Day, Mr. Woods, March 26th, C Day. But do you know what time it is right now, Mr. Woods?
I do know what time it is, and I got to tell you, this is how you know it's Spartans Live, because
well, we stepped on each other a little bit there, Mr. Woods. We'll see how it comes out, but it is time for the joke of the day. I picked two jokes, Mr. Woods. We had a teacher submit a joke. Mrs. Seymour, her joke was, "What did the carpet say to the floor?" I've got you covered. So that's a good one. We appreciate that, Mrs. Seymour.
I think we got to lay in some audience laughter. I think when we start telling these jokes, we'll have to look for that.
Exactly. Sarah Silverman of the Teal Team. She wants to know, what's one really good thing about Switzerland? She says, "I don't know. The flag is a big plus, though."
I see what she did there. That was a good one.
As a former history teacher yourself, I knew you would appreciate that one.
Absolutely. Hey, Mr. Parasino, you can tell we're live because even when we make mistakes, we don't go back over it. I think Thursday is actually a D-Day today.
Did I say C Day? I thought I said D-Day.
Nope, you said C, my friend.
Oh, that's going to really mess up the people that only watch the first minute.
Probably. You know what? We're going into day 6 now, and I got to tell you, by now I know feedback from some kids and parents that this is the time where it gets a little strenuous now, and we're trying to figure out the balance of making sure we maintain some academics here, we maintain our connection with our teachers. And we also maintain, we take a look at the rigor. This is, we've always said this along, this is a huge change for all of us. And we're doing the best we can. There's going to be a balance. We're going to see if we can start spreading out some assignments for the kids and making sure we can still provide the same rigor and same education. We have already acknowledged that we cannot deliver what we typically deliver in the classroom in a digital environment right now. I can say that hands down. We're all learning at this, and we're all doing the best we can. Our teachers are doing the best. They're working so hard to make sure that our kids are supported in their education. So I just wanted to put that little piece out there. I actually have a shout out myself, Mr. Parasino. We heard from Mr. Planeta from Spartans Live, that other network.
Yeah, the one that's a little bit better than our network.
Well, quite frankly, I think it's probably a lot better than our network. It's kind of like I don't know if it's the equivalent of like Fox versus CNN, but rumor has it that our viewership is up recently over theirs.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Mr. Planetta's missing getting to work with his students and being able to put on that production. Him and Mr. Fusari getting to do that in the morning. I know it's something to enjoy.
Absolutely. We got a shout out from him. He wants me to tell people that the recordings are in and that the kids are making podcasts to talk about some of the things that they're doing in their classes and talking about the school and the community. They can be found on the Dodd website under the Dodd News tab. So check those out. Those have always been great that Mr. Planetta produces for with the kids. So shout out to those guys.
Hey, and speaking of websites, to piggyback off of what you're saying a little bit earlier, you know, as a support for parents, don't forget we do have our remote learning website out there for students, parents to help handle any kind of technology problems that they're having. To be able to also sign up for the great food program that's going on at Dodd. That's for all kids 18 and under in the Cheshire School District. You don't have to be a Cheshire student. And I know my wife actually signed up the other day and got some breakfast and lunches for our kids. It was a tremendous help as things are crazy around here to not have to put a meal together. It definitely helped out in our household. And also I think parents probably received an email from Mr. Solon today as we try to elicit feedback from parents. And I know a survey will also be going out to our students and teachers, you know, so that we can make sure, although it is new to us, we want to continually improve and do the best we can.
Great points there, Mr. Parasino. I think you froze up a little bit on the video, but we can still hear you, brother. So listen, that's really all we have. We're going to keep this one short and sweet. Great reminders for this evening. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. Hope you guys have a great day today. And if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out to our administrative team, our school counselors, your teachers. We're all here to support you guys. So this is Mr. Woods.
Mr. Parasino.
And this is Spartans
Not Lie.